What up, Dokkanners? A maintenance was announced for the global side of the game Monday, September 29th at 4:30 p. What? Wait, what? This is so weird. September 29th, 4:30 p.m. to September 29th at 9 p.m. We're having maintenance. Is this gonna be one of those things where as soon as we jump out of maintenance, we jump into a summon, perhaps? Interesting. So I got some things to talk about here, primarily in regards to Android 13, but yeah, I didn't expect this. Hang on, do we have daylight savings? Does that end? When does daylight saving, I can't type, end? It ends in November, so it's not that. It's very interesting because it looks like the maintenance is starting 30 minutes before that day's global reset. And then it's ending 4 hours after global's reset would have started. So this is not only a weird unorthodox timing, but it's even shorter than it's ever been. It's a 4.5 hour maintenance. So if we look, okay, hold on, let me look at the campaign details, because the stone sales are ending that morning. Maybe that's why. Maybe they just don't want to have that long of a separation between stone sales, but still, it's such a weird time to do that. But anyway, so the fact that that is happening on the 29th doesn't spell good news. It doesn't spell good news primarily because I think most of you watching this video were hoping for some news in regards to EZAs. I think we were all hoping for it, expecting it, and once again, Dokkan doing Dokkan things. We didn't get anything. So the only piece of content that is currently on the docket between now and this maintenance would be Infinite Dragon Ball History happening in a day. Actually, it's not even tonight, it's in a day. So a little over a day after I post this video, actually more like day and a half after I post this video, the Infinite Dragon Ball History stage will be available. That won't take very long. And then of course Peton is still running. Everybody hates Peton, it's a trash mode. But I will say, you know, PSA, I guess I should just mention this. Peton is unfortunately important. Unfortunately important. And I say it deliberately as such. It is unfortunately important because now they have added this update where inside Peton you can get these exclusive Baba sticker cards. And with these Baba sticker cards, yeah, you can get 5 Dragon Stones. Oh, don't look at that number, sorry. This is the real prize. So recently when I'm doing these like Purunga Dragon Ball campaign videos, I always talk about how Link Skill Orbs are one of the rarest resources, not only for pay-to-play players, but especially free-to-play. The fact that they offer this 2 times during Peton, it basically means you can get 2 level 8s to a level 9, or you can get a singular level 9 to a level 10. That could spell the difference for you on a big bad bosses type situation. Or maybe you can finally get those 2 pesky level 8 links up to level 9, and now your unit has all level 9 links, and you can take them into the guaranteed link level up stage with your limited amount of keys. So this, I think, alone makes it worthwhile. Obviously 5 Dragon Stones is good too. Also, this is now suddenly huge. Getting these blue keys is very good because don't forget, you now have access every single day. If you have the blue key capacity, you could go into the Guru stage and you can get extra boosted links. This is better than the Roshi daily links level stage. It's not as good as the current Broly one, but consider running 2 Roshi stages, the Broly event daily, and also this. So yeah, unfortunately, that stupid mode has now become very, very useful because of these things. If you still don't want to do it, no amount of effort or grind on Peton is worth this. It's fine, don't worry about it. But I just want to let you guys know, PSA, all of this stuff is very much useful. Anyway, back to the main story here. With maintenance happening on the 29th, this is the only piece of content. I'm still holding out hope that we'll get some sort of, I'm hoping we'll get some sort of data download before the 29th for maybe some EZAs that can sort of lead us in. We talked about Proton's tweet, right, where he's discussing the gaps here. This is where I want to now jump into the topic of Android 13. Because in my previous video, when I was talking about the ID gaps when it comes to all this stuff, I was very quick to dismiss the idea of 3 new TURs. Because when I read this, I also mentioned it can also be 3 TUR super EZAs, which it's still possible. But we should go back to the 3 TURs thing. Dragon Ball Legends has been doing a very weird, but very much interesting approach to promoting Android 13. Android 13 is their next Legends Limited, Legends, whatever the hell you guys call it. I don't know, LF, LL, LZ, whatever it is. They released the movie for free. So only in the US, by the way. So This has actually been playing now for a couple of days, and I was starting to watch it. And at the beginning, they actually played the full-on like Legends side of this whole thing. They were promoting the characters. So it's going to be LF 13, and 14 and 15 are a collective like singular unit. They're a sparking unit. So I'm assuming they're just a tag character. But there's 3 characters in this. It's Legends Limited. Yeah, in this release for Legends, there are 3 characters that are being showcased, right? It's 14, 15, 13. 3 characters. Maybe this wasn't exactly something we should be dismissing. 3 TURs, 3 new TURs. Maybe this is actually what is going to be happening, and we are in fact going to be jumping into a simultaneous Android 13 celebration across both global JP or Dokkan and Legends. Would that be a cash cow? Absolutely not. But I would honestly say it would be kind of cool to have both of the mobile games celebrate the same thing. The unfortunate reality is that this isn't box office. People aren't like, you know, clamoring to pull this unit or just be hyped for this character. I don't know the specifics of the Legends unit per se, but just in general, in terms of like the fandom, Android 13 is not at the top of people's lists when it comes to like hype stuff. Yeah, you are probably about to comment down below. What are you talking about, Toon? I love it. I know there are exceptions. I love Android 13 as well, but I don't think collectively this movie and these characters are on the same level as some of the other movies and characters that we've had at other points. But then again, what have I been saying? We are approaching the dog days of Dokkan, right? No Man's Land is in April. The dog days of Dokkan are in October and November. So they're going to have to give us something in here. I would rather they give us characters a little bit less high profile, like Android 13 or whatever it could be. I think I saw Ningen speculating on a Tapion situation. I don't know his logic behind it, but I'm sure that there's some sort of line of thinking there. Whatever it is, I would rather they give us some of these less high profile characters during these celebrations. I do not want to see Daima anywhere near this stuff. Okay, if we're gonna get Daima, I want it to be on something box office, on something marquee, an anniversary perhaps, a worldwide or a GDC perhaps, not, you know, the intern celebration where the intern runs the whole thing. I don't know, you know, like I just don't want that. So if it's Android 13, it'll be great. This is solely based off the fact that they are just doing so much promotion on Legends that we're thinking this, and of course this. I went a little bit further, so shout out to Peton for helping me find this. The assets for the 3 characters, Android 13, 14, and 15. So what we're looking at here is the asset package for Android 13. The last time it was updated was 2022, 14 and 15 in 2024. Now, this does not mean anything, so I am completely grasping at straws here. But I just want to point out that when it comes to Dokkan, very regularly, on top of the usual stuff that we come to expect in data downloads, they also do a lot of back-end updating, cleanup, maintenance, optimization to just keep the game running, to keep the game as optimally functioning as possible. And that includes updating various assets. When they check certain events because they're about to re-release it for whatever reason, they will check certain sprites to check if the HD resolution or whatever, you know, whatever the most minute of details are needed, they will look into it and they will update it. And we've seen this. Peton will tweet time and time again about certain things. Like last year, we saw something about Super Saiyan 3 Goku GT getting an update. And for a year, myself and many other creators and just people online were thinking, hey, you know what? Maybe a GT celebration's coming up. Finally, that paid off during the 10th anniversary. Like a year and a half later, that finally paid off. Goku Black Rose had some asset updates, and then finally it paid off during GDC. So likewise, whenever sprites get updated, there could be something on the horizon. The last time that we had any sort of update was 2022 for Android 13, 2024 for these guys. I don't know if that means anything. Peton tells me the oldest assets or like sprites in the database now that haven't been updated are like from 2019. Characters like Bergamo, Launch, the Santa Goku, and things like that. So it doesn't even suggest that these guys are like the oldest assets out there, but it could be. It could. Like that's about all we can do. Like I could, maybe we'll do a full-on video where you guys just post your crazy theories. You guys know me. Like Android 13 would be cool, but you know what I want for a Dokkan Festival. I want it to be Dokkan Festival Zarbon, baby. Let's just go back into the Namek Saga. Let's get a Namek Saga successor from last year. The Autumn Dokkan Festival leading out of the worldwide celebration gave us a character that at the time people didn't care for, but has quickly turned around in terms of appeal, especially right now. But I guess I was just going to mention the Festival of Battles. That is an important detail to point out. I mentioned this, I think, during the data download when we first got the missions. But if you guys noticed, I mentioned this before, in the Festival of Battles, what am I doing? That's not Festival of Battles. Tune, are you high? Festival of Battles is this. If we go to the latest missions in here, we had 3 type characters, right? Where is it? Extreme AGL, Extreme Tech, Extreme Int. We've got Extreme Tech. Maybe they're looking to build on this, right? What they've been doing in terms of content for the Festival of Battles is they've been giving high concentration of stone rewards for very specific missions requiring you bring certain characters. Maybe they're going to continue furthering that by giving us the pieces necessary to do this. Because some of these missions, outside of just being a demanding grind to do Festival of Battles, they can be pretty tough. Right now, the big dilemma for people is I don't have Broly. Also, I never summoned for Scouter Vegeta, so why would I have him now? What am I supposed to do? There aren't too many options as far as teams that you can run in this current meta as of me recording this, but maybe over time, you'll get more. Android 13, 14, 15 could be one of those. And then actually, now that I think about it, I think it was Red Zone that I also wanted to mention, because in this new Red Zone series, one of the missions included Target Goku. This is what I talked about. Yeah, so I am high because I had it right the first time. 3 Target Goku characters are on one team. Now, that 3 could, again, I'm grasping at straws. But to me, now I think 13, 14, 15, right? The new Dokkan Festival TUR plus 2 banner units. We've seen it before. AGL Ginyu, then we had Jason Birder, and we had Raccoon Guldo. So it's been done before, but what if this was an early mission that was laid in the framework now, but was truly meant to be paid off with the next celebration leading us out of the new Tanabata? And then again, there's still that theory about the 2 LR EZAs. Maybe we like shift the hype from one movie to the next one, although that theory involved the cooler stuff. So maybe it's not that. Actually, if we're talking LR EZAs, 2 LR EZAs, I mentioned the Revived Goku and the Cooler. That wouldn't necessarily account for the Metal Cooler and the AGL Super Saiyan Duo. Is there a combination for the Android 13 movie that could potentially work? So I have the campaign details here for the celebration where we first had the Super Saiyan Trio. This was the part 2 to the Android 21 Dokkan Festival. And this guy released December of 2023. And during this, I know we had some EZAs. We had, I think we had like the physical nuking Trunks EZA, but this is 2023. Yeah, it's too old. I don't think it's possible. And also, speaking of Android 13, we don't have any. Do we have any LRs that are from Android 13 besides this? Oh, it would be Spirit Bomb Absorb. That's it, right? Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku in this. It's not going to be an LR. Yeah, okay. Now I suddenly want Android 13 to get an LR. Maybe like the part 2 could have some sort of an LR from Android 13. I don't know. Yeah, but it's too soon for this. Let's see. Super Saiyans. Yeah, this one 2023. That Android 13. Nah, he already got his EZA. What about? No, there's no other character. But I had to go back to the Dokkan Wiki. Look at this, man. I miss using this place. I'm just looking at the campaign details for the Android 13 celebration back in 2020. Free to play 14-15 was around. It was AGL Android 13, transforming Android 13. This was like during the legendary Goku events heyday. And then we had the physical Trunks. This was the global release, so JP had this earlier. So I'm just kind of reliving the glory days of global. And then, oh, this is where we had the legendary campaign for her Imperfect Cell. Oh my. And we had Vegito's EZA during all, wait, what? We had a raid. Remember this? They used to give us raid battles. Wait, this isn't a raid. Wait, what cell is that? Is this a, no, this is a raid. It gave you EZA medals, but then it kept going. Yeah, this was a raid. Man, what happened to this? Man, bring that back. Give us raids. Oh, good times. Good times. Yeah, I was looking at like these older characters. Nobody is potentially like getting an EZA. There's nothing. It's just it's just like so dead. Android 13 is such, or the Android 13 movie is just such a dead point. There's just nothing to do with it. Unless they just give us a super EZA for the Super Saiyans, which I doubt they'll do. There's just nothing. So I changed my mind. I would love Zarbon, but I think some Android 13 stuff would be good. Plus, it'll be fun, you know, like now that Global and JP have achieved full synchro, I've seen a lot of people say, you know, they're kind of, it kind of sucks on Global not having the ability to see ahead and all that stuff. But then occasionally, like during the worldwide celebrations, it's fun to reconvene. I think it'd be nice for Dokkan and Legends to just sort of celebrate something at the same time. It's not going to be exactly at the same time to the T, because Legends starts tonight or tomorrow, I believe. And if anything, Dokkan is starting a week from now. But still, the celebration will be ongoing for Legends while Dokkan jumps in. I think it'd be pretty fun. So yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. In the meantime, play other games. Do your dailies in Dokkan responsibly. Look out for my videos. I'm going to be dropping the Broly versus Festival of Battles probably later on today. I've got the important summon videos with all of your memorial stones. I got to do the memorial stone count video. None of the creators are getting back to me, so I might just say forget it. And then yeah, I still got a lot of stuff to cover in this celebration, so don't worry, I got you guys covered. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously like down below in the comments your thoughts on what could potentially be coming up after this Infinite Dragon Ball History thing that's dropping tomorrow that could fill the time between now and the next celebration. What are you doing in the meantime to keep yourselves occupied? Are you playing Dokkan, at least for the dailies? What are you doing? What else are you playing? Let me know the details in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of us do it. Thanks again, stay tuned, and remember to Dokkan responsibly.